In this lesson, we'll discuss how you can assess your skills and expertise when setting up your Fiverr profile, and how you can optimize what you offer to help you succeed. When thinking about services you want to provide, what would you like your focus to be? Think of Fiverr services and gigs like products on a shelf of a retail store. If you could sell your talent as a product, what would it be? Fiverr is filled with tremendous talent. What's your value proposition that makes you stand out? Fiverr services and gigs are built on predefined offerings, so it's easy to pick what works for you and get going in a short time. If you're a writer, that may be writing scripts, blogs, or website copy. If you're a graphic designer, that may be logo design or Photoshop editing. I recommend checking out the marketplace, looking at categories and services related to you so you can better understand how your talent fits in. Next, how long will it take you to complete the work? Every order on Fiverr has a timeline for completion, which accommodates all drafting and concepts, edits and revisions up to your final delivery. Remember, your customers expect you to finish the work by the delivery date. Do you want to make more income? How can you upsell your work? If your basic service is illustration, how can you propose added value beyond the average illustration? For example, you can offer more characters or background elements for additional charges. You can offer a fast delivery extra, which is completing and delivering in a shorter time frame. We'll teach you how to convert that added value into gig extras in later sessions. In the next lesson, we'll take a look at creating your seller profile. In this lesson, we'll talk about how customers will see you on Fiverr and how you should present yourself, explaining why customers should work with you over another seller. What makes you credible? Now is the time to come across as genuine. Provide accurate and detailed information about yourself. Upload a photo that clearly shows your face. It's a fact that sellers who use photos of themselves make more sales than those who use stock images. It's important to fill out all the details when filling out your seller profile. List 2 to 5 of your top skills. What professional experience do you have? Do you have any big clients worth mentioning? List any education and certifications you've had in the past. This is a great way to stand out. What languages do you speak? You can immediately engage with customers suited to communicate with you. Show them that you speak their language. Link your social media accounts too. This is the biggest way to show authenticity. Be truthful. Customers can tell when people oversell themselves. Your best bet is to be true to yourself and describe how you can take their project to the next level. Once you have your profile set up, it's time to create a gig, which we'll cover in the next lesson. For more information, check out the article on the page that you bookmarked in the first lesson. This lesson is all about Fiverr gigs, what they are, and how you can build a gig that's designed to succeed. A gig is your specific service offering. It's what the customer sees when searching for sellers to work with. Your gig is the face of your business and should tell a customer whether or not you're the perfect seller for them in a matter of moments. Just like how Fiverr's design allows customers to purchase your services in one click. Your gig page contains a description of what your gig provides, your fixed price packages, your added value extras that encourage customers to buy more. First, we'll take a look at an overview of gig descriptions. Frame your gig from your customer's perspective. What need are they looking to have filled? And how can your gig solve their need? Be direct. Think about questions your customers might ask and have that information ready to go in your description. The more questions you answer right away, the faster people will convert into customers. Don't simply tell people to message you with questions. That's like asking someone to do work before they spend money. You can invite people to communicate with you, but you'll be doing yourself a big favor by listing as many direct answers as you can up front. Do you find that lots of customers ask the same questions? If you can't fit them all in your description, use the frequently asked questions section. We'll go over the finer points of writing your description in the next lesson. Now let's talk about how gigs have fixed prices. This transparency is what makes Fiverr so effective. On Fiverr, vague, objectionable hours are not an issue. You can set prices from the beginning, which helps with customers' expectations. Plus, customers will always be able to message before ordering. That way you can assess each project and upsell at your discretion. You can also upsell right from your gig page with extras. Like we've mentioned in previous lessons, extras offer added value and features that your fixed price packages may not, like extra services or fast delivery. Having these extras available to add on with one click helps you upsell without ever having to employ salesy jargon when communicating with customers. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about creating that killer description. Why should customers purchase your gig? In this lesson, we'll provide some tips and best practices for writing a winning description. As we discussed previously, you need to frame your gig from your customer's perspective. What do they need, and how can your gig provide it? The secret to a killer description is to be concise, truthful, answer as many questions as possible, and create a call to action for customers to buy. A great way to think about a Fiverr description is to use the AIDA model: attention, interest, desire, and action. These 4 things can have a profound impact on how fast you get sales. Let's take a closer look. First, you want to attract attention. Catch your customer's eye with your expertise, major projects you've worked on, or even your business model. You want to get them reading and keep them reading as fast as possible. Second, maintain interest. Once you have their attention, don't lose it. Double down on your credentials and expertise. How is your business better positioned than the competition? Third, create desire. Why will purchasing from you solve their problems? What kind of versatility or competitive advantage will your skills give them? How will your workflow make things easy for them? The first 2 steps show why you're a credible seller. Creating desire tells customers why they need to buy now. We recommend listing your workflow process as a bullet point list to make things clear and punchy. List what your gig contains and what it doesn't. Letting your customers know what you don't offer is just as important as listing what you do. Then nail it and take action. Clarify what your main offering is and ask for your customers to place an order. Don't be afraid to say, place your order. It's no secret or psychology that some people need a little push in the right direction. You're talented. That's why you're on Fiverr. Go for it. Let's take a look at a great description. You can pause this video and take a minute to review this description. Let's reference this against our AIDA model. This description attracts attention by emphasizing the seller's 25 years of experience and wealth of expertise. The seller and wealth of expertise, 5 years of experience, emphasizing the description attract AIDA model. It's this against our AIDA. Let's reference. Let's reference this description the seller's 25 years of experience and wealth of expertise. The seller then maintains interest by talking about how they can easily fine-tune work that doesn't need complete overhaul, or customers looking for rewrites, which puts this seller ahead of others who may just spell check and put the work down. Then, jumping right into it, the seller creates desire, stressing competitive price points, and walks through bullet point lists of what they do and what they don't do, giving complete clarity to all customers. Finally, the seller takes action by asking customers to order now. Creating a killer description is that simple. The next example, on the other hand, is not so good. It's a description for a writing service, but it's filled with errors. It feels dysfunctional, lacks confidence, and doesn't clearly define what the customer should expect. Take a look. With things like the AIDA model and strong call to action in mind, see how immediately you can tell why this second example wasn't very good. The first line says, "Are you looking for a professional proofreader?" And the customer is already looking at the seller's proofreading gig. This is not the best way to attract attention. This description will not maintain interest due to the grammar and spelling errors. Would you purchase proofreading services from someone who clearly hasn't proofread their work? Nothing here creates desire. The seller spends time saying they'll refund the customer if they don't like the outcome. That's telling the customer that they could be setting themselves up for failure by ordering. How undesirable. This seller does tell the customer to place an order, but the last 2 lines tell the customer to message the seller twice, and that the seller will respond as soon as possible. This should be assumed. If you're a professional, you're always responding as soon as possible. The seller will be better off simply by saying, "Order now," just one time at the end, and leaving it to the customer to place an order. Remember to always be direct and speak with conviction. People respond to positivity. People always buy when they're motivated. How else can you build out your gig to be attractive? Let's look at gig images and videos in the next lesson. Your killer description now dwarfs the quote, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." But having a truly eye-catching gig image is a huge deal. In this lesson, we'll talk about why images and videos can help enhance your gig and convert sales faster. So why are images and videos such a big deal? Most customers arrive to your gig from a keyword search, only seeing a preview of your thumbnail, price, and a small number of customer reviews. We've already talked about how featuring yourself in your profile image helps your sales. You can also use branding, a logo, a few words in your gig image to tell customers what your gig is about. We'll go through a few examples. Let's say you're a graphic designer and you want a gig image of your best work to create interest. Less is more. Take a look. See how one is cramped and hard to read, while the other showcases one great design that's simple to look at? Which looks better to you? If you have services in a non-visual category, such as writing, you can post a picture of yourself, a logo, or something that relates to the service you're offering. Just make sure that you own the image. If you don't have one, there are tons of expert graphic designers on Fiverr who can snap their fingers and solve it for you right away. Feel free to add text, but keep it about 20% of the image to be safe, as too much text may detract buyers. A video can work even better than an image. If you have the ability to record one, make a video about your gig. Putting a video on your gig page creates meaningful connections between you and your customers. Videos explaining your gig description help leverage your expertise and show confidence on a grand scale. Just make sure if you take the plunge and make a video, that the environment around you is well lit, clean, and you speak with conviction, just like the words in your description. For more information, check out the article on the page that you bookmarked in the first lesson. Now that your gig is looking great, we're going to tackle pricing, packages, and extras in the next lesson. See you there. Okay, you have your profile, your description, and your gig image. It's time to declare what your prices are. Get excited. This lesson will walk you through how to set your pricing, how to scale your packages, and what extras to include to help build your sales. Let's start with setting your perfect prices. First, if you're already charging clients outside of Fiverr for your services, you're ahead of the game. Next, what are your competitors charging off-platform? On Fiverr, you can already see a wealth of sellers with different price points. Take a look at their portfolios. Think about where you fit in, and pick a competitive price point, valuing your time and effort. Will your orders take longer to complete? Think about charging more. Could your type of service see multiple rounds of revisions? Factor that in and upcharge accordingly. Will your orders incur out-of-pocket costs on your end? Build those costs into your pricing. But here's the thing. You're going to want multiple price points. Don't worry. Fiverr makes it easy with gig packages. Gig packages empowers you to scale multiple tiers of price points, with each package offering different levels of features. Gig packages empowers you to scale multiple tiers of price points, with each package offering a different level of features. Let's say you're a graphic designer with expertise in logo design, infographics, brochures, photo editing, and more. For the basic package, only a standard one-color logo is offered. For the next package, the standard package, a colorful logo is offered. Then, in the premium package, we'll include 3 colorful logos. At Fiverr, we found that the standard package is the one that most customers will go to. So scale accordingly and put your greatest value proposition in the standard package to grow sales. You can also specify the turnaround time and number of revisions you'll provide with each package. Like we've discussed in previous lessons, you can employ extras like fast delivery or other service features that go above and beyond the scope of your packages. Remember, your time is valuable and customers know that. Offering an extra, like fast delivery, communicates to customers that you can get the job done quickly and they can place an order right away. Your presence and gigs on Fiverr will look dominant if you follow these guidelines. We've had so many success stories from sellers who have used pricing, packages, and extras to the fullest, and we're still seeing new success stories every day. Stick to what you know works. If you're feeling innovative, try something new. The whole way, Fiverr is here to protect the integrity of your business. How? Find out in the next video. You know what kind of questions you need answered every time you start a project? Order requirements gives the opportunity to automatically prompt customers to fill out a brief questionnaire that answers these pivotal questions every time an order is placed. So how do you come up with the right questions? No matter what your gig provides, start with questions about the customer, like who they are, what their business provides its clients, their business's messaging, their competitors, or if they have any projects online similar to what you're looking to accomplish. From there, it's a good idea to ask specific questions to your gig. If you're a graphic designer, you may want to ask what file formats your customers need, if your designs will be for web or print, what color palettes to use, or if they have any reference material and designs they want to emulate. If you're a copywriter, you may want specific criteria you can integrate into your slogans or ad script, like what do you want your audience to do after viewing your ad, and what is your call to action. You may also want to know your customer's website for more detailed information, or if they have any key points they want to mention in their ad script. If you're a digital marketer, you may want to know any target demographic information, where your marketing services are going to be used, and how long they will be in place. Remember that your customer may not be an expert in the field like you are. Simply go through what makes each of your projects successful, and make sure you ask the right questions in your brief to nail those points every time. This goes a long way towards managing customer expectations. By giving your customers the chance to forward information you request up front, it holds both parties together as part of the end result. The last thing you want is for important information to not make it to you when you're working on an important project. So use order requirements to prompt your customers to send you everything you need. Accommodating revisions is just as important as gathering the right information during the order requirements process. Customer service is about doing what it takes to make customers happy. And even with the project brief, some customer information may slip through the cracks. All projects need touch-up from time to time, and Fiverr makes getting everything perfect super simple with revisions. When you set up your packages or custom offers, you can set a number of revisions you'll provide before the project is complete. Setting a limit on revisions up front will help manage expectations and prevent customers from asking for any changes. Your level of customer service is up to you. Some project revisions can take a lot of work depending on the type of service you offer. So do what you think is right as a professional and communicate the level of revisions you can accommodate. This lesson is short and sweet. Fiverr is successful because it supports sellers and offers a secure marketplace where customers from around the world can champion their goals. Fiverr sellers and customers can succeed because they're protected. By keeping your business on Fiverr, you're ensuring that all your payments are safe and secure, and you're protected from fraud. By communicating using the Fiverr messaging platform and using Fiverr orders to exchange and deliver work, you're establishing an easy-to-understand record of every order you do, and that's a tremendous benefit to you. Fiverr has spent years evolving into one of the most secure platforms in the world, and by keeping business on Fiverr, you're protecting the integrity of your business. Here are a few ideas to keep in mind to ensure that you succeed as much as possible. Always be personable and offer legitimate services. Positivity is magnetic. If you're friendly, customers will be 10 times more likely to buy from you. Stay responsive and happy to help. Keep your personal contact information private. Fiverr can only protect business that's conducted on the platform. Never exchange private financial or payment information. Don't give out things like your credit card number or banking information. Orders on Fiverr never require you to give out this information to any customers. If you're going to use images or other assets, make sure you own the rights to use them. Fiverr has its own level system, which we'll discuss in another lesson. Don't worry about mentioning badges or levels in your profile or description. Ratings and levels may change on a monthly basis. Treat customers and other sellers with respect. Using foul or disrespectful language will hurt your success. Always consult our terms of service for more information. You can also refer to our Seller Help Center if you have any questions regarding what's allowed or not allowed. Conducting every part of your business end-to-end has never been easier. The Fiverr platform is here to protect your integrity. If If you respect the values in this lesson, you can go far. How far? Well, we're talking about converting customers in the next lesson, so see you there. This chapter will discuss the importance of communicating effectively and being responsive. We'll go through how you can use Fiverr's quick responses to fast-track communication and drive sales with customers, and how to send custom offers for unique projects outside the scope of your gig packages. We'll even walk you through how you can manage your orders to make sure you consistently provide outstanding experiences for your customers. This is where your presence truly turns into earning power. Are you ready? Let's go. Imagine that you're in a boardroom meeting with a client and they're describing everything in detail for their project. You'd listen, right? Not listening could ruin the entire project. Well, the Fiverr messaging platform is your boardroom. It's time to communicate. This lesson will be about tips and tricks you can use to win customers and translate the information they give you into an outstanding experience. We'll explain what it means to be responsive on Fiverr and important concepts like response rate to increase your success on the platform. Communicating is easy when you're open-minded and respectful. Let's take a look. When a prospective customer reaches out to you for the first time, be responsive. If they have to wait a long time, they probably won't place an order. In fact, we found that sellers who answer fast with a detailed, personalized message can double their chances of converting to a sale. Responding efficiently will impact your response rate, which is also an important factor. Your response rate measures how long it takes you to reply to an initial message from your customer. If your response rate goes down, inquiries from customers will also go down. But don't worry, the Fiverr mobile app is available so you can always respond to messages, even when you're on the go. Here's a perfect example of how you can respond to an initial message from a customer. See how personalized and detailed that was? In this example, the seller is speaking confidently about how the customer can move forward with placing an order, while asking for more information. The seller also mentions custom offers, which we'll discuss in an upcoming lesson. Just remember, when a new customer approaches you, they may not know all the industry lingo and terminology that you do. There's no need to be defensive. After all, you're the expert. Be mindful and use simple language. Use uniting words like us and together. This will show respect, and if you take the time to clearly explain how your process works, those sales will fall in line. Never be afraid to end a message with a question. It keeps customers engaged. Do you think writing tons of detailed responses will take a long time? Well, the truth is, it's important, and that's why we made it easy for you with quick responses. Get ready to dive into the next lesson. See you there. For more information, check out the article on the page that you bookmarked in the first lesson. This is a short lesson about what quick check out the article on the page that you bookmarked in the first lesson. Like we said before, Fiverr provides an easy-to-use platform for sellers and customers to achieve their goals. Through effective, positive communications, quick responses, and custom offers, you have all the tools you need to start every order off the right way. This lesson walks you through how to manage your orders from start to finish. Normal projects usually go through weeks of contract agreements, and then it's off to work with little structure. Fiverr makes managing expectations for both sellers and customers simple, with a number of tools in place to keep everyone informed, benchmarks in check, and deliveries on time. Let's walk through it. Step 1. Order turnaround timelines. Your gig packages allow you to set turnaround timelines for each order. You can also set these parameters when using custom offers. This criteria sets the wheels in motion for when the work will be delivered, and the level of feedback customers can give you to better fulfill their vision. As mentioned previously, the Fiverr dashboard will help you keep track of your orders and your Fiverr account. Whenever you get a new order, it'll show up on your dashboard. Be proactive and tackle orders as they come. The more you deliver on time, the more successful you will be. Step 2. Being proactive. When an order comes in, the customer may be a bit anxious to know what's going on. Make them feel at ease by responding, thanking them for their order, letting them know your work plan, and that you're available if they have any questions. Step 3. Take the lead. Remember that your customer may be working with a few sellers at once. Come up with a project plan document that walks through your workflow process for each package you offer. This will avoid customers having to ask, when am I going to get an update? Depending on the work product, send progress screenshots along the way, or share an Excel book with all the task items listed and detailed with their progress. Step 4. Always put in 100% effort. Put as much effort as possible into benchmarks and progress updates, giving your customer peace of mind every step of the way. This will work wonders in creating those glorious 5-star reviews. Step 5. Deliver concepts early and consistently. Make the customer your partner. Always remember that you're the expert, and that's why customers trust you to do an outstanding job. A great strategy is to quickly send concepts and examples of the work. That way you can ensure that your work is aligned with the customer's vision. Doing this will foster rapport, approval of your work, and keep your customer engaged. The last thing you want is for your customer to lose track of your project while you work, only to end up with a result the customer doesn't like. Step 7. Make your final delivery on time. Customers get to leave a review of all deliveries made by sellers, fair and square. If you follow the steps above and always communicate, you'll be on the path to making the best out of every single order. If you ever find yourself overwhelmed, you can use tools to help you manage your orders. You can limit the number of orders you take on, or you can use the out-of-office feature to give yourself a break. Are you communicating with the customer about an order and finding the needs of the project are quickly expanding beyond what was initially discussed? Use the Resolution Center to update your order parameters. Just make sure you and your customer agree on what to do first. Even in the event an order gets canceled, it's important to stay positive. We've seen that feedback and ratings on orders is more often due to how customers are treated throughout the order process. Take a look. See how the customer was more impressed by the seller's professionalism than the end result of the project? This may seem counterintuitive at first, but when you think about it, business is conducted on trust and communication. Everything else comes after. This is more true than ever in the Fiverr marketplace. Fiverr is the next level of professionalism and positivity, and the ones who will be long-term customers will treat you with respect in return. By following these proven best practices with every order, you'll be positioned to do outstanding work. Now that you can handle your orders, it's time to look at managing your business on Fiverr. Freelancing is all about delivering quality work that gets results. And that kind of hard work translates into numbers that can't be beat. This chapter looks at Fiverr's marketplace. This lesson focuses on the Fiverr dashboard. With a simple interface, the Fiverr dashboard helps you easily keep track of your orders and manage. This lesson will walk you through different ways to promote your Fiverr. When a violinist practices fire. You're already here, and this lesson is unfolding in a course you're already watching that you bookmarked in the first lesson. It's bonus time. At Fiverr, we value your talent and expertise. We want you to succeed and use Fiverr in every way possible. But no matter how much our digital lives as freelancers guide us, creating a positive environment for yourself in the real world is just as important. Be on your way. Fiverr continues to grow and succeed because talented people collaborate at the highest level with customers from all over the world every day. Brands, franchises, small and medium-sized businesses, corporations, nonprofits, consumers, more and more people use Fiverr to accomplish many projects. Because of this continuous growth and evolution, Fiverr continues to innovate and create more opportunities for sellers to earn income and customers to find affordable solutions to their goals. In this course, you've seen how all this comes together step by step. You can start optimizing your own seller profile, empowering your gigs with killer descriptions and images that convert sales. You can set your prices and put together packages and extras to convert even higher sales and give customers a clear idea of what to expect. If you're starting out, start strong. If you're already a seller, time to elevate yourself. You understand the level of integrity Fiverr takes on itself, and as a seller, you know how to protect yourself by keeping Fiverr business on Fiverr. You've seen how communication is the key to clarity with customers, and how Fiverr has all the tools you need to upsell and fast-track customer conversions with quick responses towards placing orders. You can manage your orders, setting timelines you can keep, limiting what you take on and what you can accommodate. You know the Fiverr leveling system and what it takes to climb it. You can promote yourself with Fiverr Anywhere. By every stretch of the imagination, you're now set to live the life of a successful freelancer. You can command your own space and keep work-life balance that works for you. You know how to keep your tools and equipment in check, as well as your finances. You're always welcome to revisit this course and refresh your memory with the best practices that you learned today. You're a Fiverr seller, and you're here to do amazing things. It's about time.